Hello and welcome back to the Marble Racing League. This is week 1, part 6. This week's matchup, we have the Bladers versus the Charges in a divisional matchup there in the UMC West. Very important matchup for those two teams. And we have the Bronks in the UMC West as well, facing the Stormhawks in the MMC West in that matchup. All right, let's get ready to roll. And here we are on the track for today. It's called Cubris, and I guess it's by Tomix, if that's how you pronounce it. Shout out to the creator there. But we start off here in the starting blocks, get dropped down through these pinwheels, this roundabout section, and you want to exit over here, go through this cube section, up an elevator, get mixed around in here through this little round table area with a swinging arm, get dropped down here over to our next funnel area, through a pyramid area here. Now the long way around is to go this way, but there's also a little shortcut area here that will take you immediately to this elevator. I'd like to see a few marbles utilize that shortcut. Up and around, and then down through these few pinwheels to a semi funnel here. And then down to our last big funnel. And there's the finish line, right out the exit there. All right, let's get ready for the first heat. All right, we're ready for the first heat. We have the Charges and the light blue with the yellow stars, the Bronx and the dark blue with the orange stripe, and the Stormhawks in the green kind of swirl, right, like you can see crack in there. That's the Stormhawks. And the Bladers are, let's find a Blader here, in the silver and black stripes there. Now it looks like Blue Mamba for the Bronx is off to a excellent start there. As you see, Parlay from the Stormhawks and Lucky Duck not far behind. Now from here, forgot to mention this section here in the introduction. You will fall. As you can see, Blue Mamba is well on their way through here. Then there's an exit around this roundabout section. And then you go back where you came from underneath, up to that elevator that I showed you in the intro. As Blue Mamba has quite the lead, gets a great elevator entrance over Lucky Duck and Parlay and Smoke. 3 elevator levels back. As you can see, another Blader, Wolverine, and a Stormhawk Anon. Now from here, go in a little bit greater detail. Just kind of divide this. There's a little divider here in the middle. Go either side, but they're basically identically the same. And then you drop down through another divider and come out here and off to that round table. That spinning arm there. Blue Mamba does have pretty good lead here. As wow, Icy Spicy for the Charges. Still working on this roundabout here. Finally gets off the exit. And they are well last at the moment. And as you see, quite a few Charges near the back. Nano, Joker, and Icy Spicy all near the back. And looks like Lucky Duck is the only one for the Charges that's near the front. Currently in third, it looks like. Now we have one of each team here in the near the front. Looks like Parlay is going straight for the exit, avoiding that turntable arm. But Blue Mamba will get a nice boost off that turntable arm and blazes past Parlay. Big C for the Charges is also charging towards that exit. Pun intended. And as Parlay gets kind of stuck there underneath the pinwheel for a second. As Blue Mamba is going towards the first big funnel. Let's get in on some of this action and follow. Let's follow Big Z here for a second. Or Wolverine. I guess I clicked on Wolverine. That's fine. You can see Big Z. We're passing Big Z there. Oh, it must have bumped into him. He bounced up. There's Blue Mamba. He looks like they're not quite entering the funnel exit. It looks like Mystery is on a different orbital path as well. Looks like Blue Mamba is getting sucked into that funnel here in a second, and they do. Lucky Duck, close. Yeah. Let's get off a Wolverine there and get back to the action here. Blue Mamba made it to the pyramid section. Held by Anon and Lucky Duck. Now this pyramid section does slow down marbles quite a bit and gives them plenty of obstacles to try to avoid. But these marbles, they have a mind of their own. They just tend to hit most of them here. Now, let's see if anybody goes for this shortcut section that I mentioned. It looks like Lucky Duck for the Charges opts for that shortcut. Is Anon gonna make it? No. That slope was just too much for Anon to handle. As Lucky Duck bypasses it, but is struggling to get on the elevator. Finally does. But wasted quite a bit of time as Parlay catches up and is only 3 levels back. And there's Blue Mamba and Smoke. Okay, looks like Silver Strike took that shortcut. Now Blue Mamba lost quite a lot of time on the lead there to Lucky Duck and Parlay. I don't know what happened there because Parlay also took the long way around, but Blue Mamba must have got caught on something. While Parlay did not. As you see, Icy Spicy still has a long way to go to get anywhere near the rest of the marbles here. I mean, if they want to do anything, they're going to have to try to hit as few pyramids as possible and try to make it towards that shortcut. But I fear they're have a big task ahead of them. Let's catch up to Lucky Duck and Parlay here. Let's get on Lucky Duck for a minute. Follow their path here. And Parlay not far behind. Let's see how Lucky Duck navigates these pinwheels. It's hit into Parlay, and Parlay looks to take the lead. Let's see if Lucky Duck can get a nice lucky bounce here. Hence their name. As Parlay got a bad hit, and Lucky Duck takes the lead back. Lucky Duck looks like they're going to get hit back as well, though. And narrowly misses Parlay, giving these marbles plenty of time to catch up. As you can see, Blue Mamba's nearing the front again, as long as Smoke and Mystery. So we have two Stormhawks in the current lead, 1 and 2. But that last big funnel will be difficult for these marbles to navigate quickly and try to get a nice finish. As you can see, Lucky Duck finally drops. Mystery dropped after Lucky Duck, but somehow is able to pass, no problem. Lucky Duck's looking to make a nice move here, but also helped out Mystery with the boost there. That's not something you want to do, and Lucky Duck gets caught on that obstacle. And Blue Mamba makes a move and passes Lucky Duck. Alright, let's get out of here and see how far back Icy Spicy is. They're still on that long elevator there. And they're going to be struggling to even come anywhere near not last. But this long funnel, big funnel section is known for quite a few passes here. Kind of got to just get lucky and hit these little triangle protrusions, I guess you could call them. And those will slow you down, and the slower you go is the quicker you'll go towards the center, if that makes sense. As Mystery looks like they're getting sucked into the exit there. Almost like a black hole would suck you in. Wolverine is straight on the path to the exit as well. Oh, they missed it. They were so close and missed it. As Mystery just took the victory there for the Stormhawks. Now let's see if a Bronk can finish soon. Okay, Lucky Duck for the charges is ready to finish as well, and they do. So the charges are facing the Bladers, and here comes Big Z for the charges and Silver Strike for the Bladers. So we had two charges finish and one Blader. That definitely helps the charges out there in that matchup. Let's see, finally another, well, the first Bronx, Blue Mamba finishes. Treacher, Blue Mamba, Smoke for the Bladers. Another Bladers, Wolverine and Parlay. Ooh, Alien having some struggles there. Finally getting going there. It's a good thing they did, because Joker was coming in hot. As Kraken gets caught by that single pinwheel there. Might get caught again. So does Nano. Now, where is Icy Spices? They still have a ways to go. Okay. And TNT finally finished, so we're just waiting on Icy Spicy. Now, Mystery will be 40 points, Lucky Duck 37, and Big Z 34. I do have to say, I don't know, there's quite a few Bladers in between the charges. Next Marble, though, with Joker. Yeah, they have two charges up front, and then the next charge is Joker in 16th. Okay, let's just follow Icy Spicy for a second. And for the Bladers, it's Silver Strike in 4th. Next one is Smoke and Wolverine in 7th and 8th. Darkness in 11th. Okay. Icy Spicy did not finish. There was a timer on the race, so they get 0 points. All right, let's tally these up and move on to the next heat. All right, and here we are at second heat. Now, it is Bladers over the Charges, 103-84. And the Stormhawks over the Bronx, 111-64. Now, it was the Stormhawks with the high score of the heat there, with 111. Mystery and Treacher to thanks to that in first and fifth. Bladers, second highest score with 103 with Silver Strike in fourth and Smoke in seventh. But it was the Charges that had the second and third place marbles, Lucky Duck and Big Z, but somehow did not score well overall. I mean, 84 is okay. Anything over 100 you would consider good, pretty good. As their next marble up wasn't until Joker in 16th. So Charges are going to look for a little bit more consistency here out of their marbles in this heat. And the Bronx was the low score there with Blue Mamba in 6th, and the next closest was Maxer in 12th. Now here comes TNT, currently in first by a pretty good margin there. Looks like Parlay and Anon are the next ones coming up. And, oh, there's Treacher, Miss Treacher. A lot of Stormhawks, 4 Stormhawks in the top 5 at the moment. Wow. Stormhawks are going to come back, or add on to their big lead over the Bronx. But as TNT is the only one for the Bronx trying to make this a good matchup here. Currently in first. Let's see, any other Bronx nearby? Okay, there's Blue Mamba. But Maxer just went around for a second time. I don't know, he must like that spinning table there. Taking it a second round. There's our 4 Stormhawks right there in second, third, fourth, and fifth. This is Blue Mamba. It's trying to make it a little bit closer here, but if you have 4 marbles in the top 5, they will outscore you. Kind of doesn't even matter what the fifth Stormhawk does at that point. But we have a long race left to go. And there's another Bronx Young Slim there. And for the Bladers, it's Wolverine and Silver Strike, and Charges Lucky Duck in 9th. Yeah, that matchup might be low scoring on this heat. Kind of all depends on these funnels, how things shake out in those. This looks like Darkness is going around for another spin. Okay. See you later, Darkness. Yeah, it might be a DNF for Darkness. He's well behind. There is a timer on this race, as you can see in last heat. Icy Spicy was well behind and got a DNF from the clock expiring. And here comes Treacher, and let's see the rest for the Stormhawks. Parlay, Anon, Kraken, and the next Stormhawk is Mystery, but they're near the back. But yeah, we're probably going to see a nice Stormhawks finish here. Quite a few points there in the top 5. With second, you're looking at 37, third, 34 points, fourth, 31, and fifth, 28 points. That would be very hard to overcome in the last heat coming up. This TNT is well on their way out of the turntable. And you got 3 Stormhawks there. What was it, 4? Yeah, there's 4 Stormhawks there. Wow. Should all get... Oh, Anon just barely slips off. That arm was going to try to take him around again. This TNT has a giant lead. That'd be great for him. Where did he finish last heat? Oh, 19th. Not great, but if he gets his team the victory on this heat, you might hear some nice things from the coach in the locker room after this. But these funnels are tricky to get a quick entry. They have quite a few orbits around this. But TNT is getting closer. Here comes another Bronk, Blue Mamba. Now, Blue Mamba did finish well last time, coming in 6th. Good performance there from Blue Mamba. There should be another decent one here. Comfortably in the top 10 at the moment. Oh, and there's Maxer for the Bronx as well. TNT is almost out of the pyramid section. Let's see if they can take the shortcut. Give them even a bigger lead. Shortcut is hard to get your way there, but they are making it to the right side there. Let's see if they can do it, and wow, they do. Wow. Most marbles will not be able to make that shortcut. TNT really wants this heat here. After that poor performance in the first. Being the last marble that did finish. As Icy Spicy did not. And Icy Spicy is once again near the rear end here of this pack here. So you can see 2 charges just dropped. Big Z and Joker. And Nano there. And Lucky Duck. But none of them near the front at the moment. This Treacher did score well last heat in 5th. Silver Strike was 4th. Some marbles just have a knack for this course here. I don't believe if I've seen anybody else take a shortcut. Joker is taking the shortcut here. And Nano, 2 charges. Okay. They are trying to put a stamp on this race and make it closer here with the Bladers, as they have 2 ahead of them right now, Silver Strike and Wolverine. That'll just further their lead if that's how it ends up, as they're up 103.84. And Darkness for the Bladers in last. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was Darkness. My mistake. You know, their only hope at this point is to find that shortcut. And they're making their way to the left side here. Let's see if they can do it. Oh no, they get pushed back to the long way around. Like I said, it is tricky to find the right path there towards that shortcut. Alright, let's catch up to our leader here, TNT. Let's get on him for a moment. First person mode here. It's going to be a lonely ride to this finish, because they are already into the second to last funnel here. Okay, that's boring just watching him. Let's find a interesting. Let's follow Silver Strike for a minute, see how they can navigate past Treacher. And they did. Let's see, they both enter the funnel the same time, or exit the funnel the same time. Silver Strike gets caught up on that swinging arm there. Treacher misses those two swinging obstacles. But that last funnel is a tricky one. Just kind of got to get lucky. Hit one of these triangle protrusions. This TNT is slowing down and getting ready to enter that exit. I don't know if that's a proper way to say that, but I did. As Parlay is going to enter the funnel as well, and Treacher, two more Stormhawks. And TNT did exit. Let's catch their finish here. Let's get over here and catch their finish. TNT, boom, in first. Anybody else nearing the exit? Treacher for the Stormhawks. Let's see their finish. And a nice second place for Treacher. Two very good finishes for Treacher today. But their first was 5th in the first heat. Now Parlay did catch one of those protrusions and it slowed him down towards the funnel. Caught another one though. Now the key here is to try to lose momentum so you can get follow the slope down towards the funnel exit. And there's Parlay, another Stormhawk in third. Got two in the top three there for the Stormhawks. That's going to just further their lead over the Bronx. Because right now TNT has 40 points, but Treacher and Parlay, that's 37 and 34 points. Let's see if these two Bronx here can make an exit there. And Smoke helped Blue Mamba off that into the exit there. There's two Bladers and Blue Mamba passed Smoke there. Almost getting a top 5 finish. That would have been nice for Blue Mamba, as Blue Mamba was 6th in the first heat as well. Just not able to crack the top 5. Now it's important to get top 5s. It's important to get first, top 3s, and top 5s, as those all help in all-star voting. And not to mention the MVP voting as well at the end of the season. But it will help. I mean, 6th place gets you 26 points. It's a nice points per heat average there. As you can see, yeah, all the Stormhawks already finished. But you had 4 charges in 11th, 12th, 13th, and 14th. That's going to be 16, 14, 12, and 10 points. Not a whole lot there. You would like to see some of your marbles near the top 5. As Darkness, I don't know if you're going to finish. There is a timer. And they're trying. I do believe there's a 15-second timer, something like that. Now this clock is slowed down, so I'm not sure how accurate it is for the 15 seconds, if it's an actual 15 seconds or on this clock it's slowed down. So let's see. Looks like they will finish. But oh yeah, they did. So I mean, 3 points for last, and 20 points is better than a DNF no points. So let's tally these up and move on to the final heat. All right, here we are for the third and final heat. The scores are Bladers 185, Charges 140. Pretty good scoring there from the Bladers last heat. The Stormhawks really came out this race today, scoring, well, total score 243, the Bronx 159. Now, 159 wouldn't be a bad score, but if you're facing a team like the Stormhawks that is absolutely on fire right now, that'd be hard to come back for any team. Scoring a blazing 132 in the last heat and a hot 111 in the first heat. Two of the top scoring heats today out of all the teams. Now for the Stormhawks, it was Treacher, Parlay, and Kraken that was second, third, and fourth. And Treacher also was a nice finish and with a fifth place finish in the first heat. Two very good heats there from Treacher. But for the Bladers, it was Wolverine and Smoke, another seventh place finish. They had a seventh place finish in the first heat as well. Let's see if they get another seventh place finish. 777, that's good luck. And then for the Charges, nobody done well there in the last heat for them. With Lucky Duck and Joker was 11th and 12th. And Nano in 13th and Big Z in 14th. You would like to be higher up on the list if you're going to string together 4 finishes in a row like that. Alright, let's see where Alien is, the leader of this race. Okay, that's a bad angle. Let's get out of there. And let's see if they can make this exit this time. So it looks like as TNT for the Bronx came in first last heat, and Blue Mamba once again in 6th. Let's hope they don't get another 6th place finish. That would be bad luck, I would assume. Okay, there's Big Z for the Charges. Nano for the Charges there. 2 Charges up front again, but they are down, what, 45 points at the moment. It'd be hard for them to come back, even with 2 marbles near the front. As the Bladers, well, you have Kong and then Darkness there. Darkness was the very last in the last heat, scoring with measly 3 points, but looking to do better in this heat as they are in the middle of the pack here. Well, I would say no, towards the front probably. Maybe a top 10 finish there for them. As TNT has a nice lead. See if they can put together 2 first place finishes here for the Bronx. But as much as TNT wants to do his part for the team, I fear that 243 to 149, that effort might be just purely for him. Trying to make an all-star appearance or even MVP. 2 first place finishes first week. That's pretty good there. As Treacher is near the back of this heat. They've done really well today with a 5th place finish and a 2nd place finish. I don't know if that'll happen here. Another top 5 finish for them. Doesn't seem likely at this point. It's Anon and Lucky Duck get stuck on that pinwheel there. Anon for the Stormhawks. How have you done today? Okay, Anon was 8th last heat and 10th in the first heat. So they've done okay. They've pulled their weight for their team. But looking for a top 5 finish right now. That would be a nice way to end your day. This TNT is slowing down. The slower you get, the quicker you'll get into that funnel exit. Looks like they're running out of steam, so they should be looking to enter any time here. As they do. Anybody else that's close? Lucky Duck is slowing down and Anon is slowing down. They might do it here. It looks like it. Yes, they do. So this pyramid does tend to slow marbles down quite a bit. And that little shortcut area could prove handy for Lucky Duck or some of these other marbles coming up. Kong passes Anon. Now Kong for the Bladers. Where did he finish? 16th last heat. And first heat was 14th. So TNT does not elect to take the shortcut here. Let's see if some of these other marbles do. Lucky Duck looks like they're getting lucky. And looks like they will take that shortcut. And passes TNT, who had a lead, pretty good lead for the big part of this race. And TNT does not make that elevator, so they're 2 levels behind Lucky Duck at the moment. Let's see if they hold on to that lead. And another 2 more charges coming through. They might just do it. They might beat the Bladers here. They're giving it their best effort as Kong is trying their best to keep their lead here. And 45 points isn't unreasonable to take back points here. But you have Joker in dead last, and Big Z, and definitely near the end of the pack here. So it could come close, come down to these last few marbles, how they score here, as Wolverine and Silver Strike is near the rear end of the pack as well. See if Joker can take this shortcut here. As both Bladers are almost on the... Nope, Joker does not take the shortcut, so they're going to have to go the long way around. So it looks like Joker has a good chance of being last here. As Lucky Duck for the charges has a pretty good lead over TNT here, but gets boosted back by that pinwheel. See if TNT takes advantage of this. Gets bounced into Lucky Duck and remains in first. Okay, let's get on Lucky Duck and follow TNT here. They both get boosted to the right side. See how this pinwheel treats them. Misses the pinwheel. That might be beneficial for both. As Icy Spicy for the charges is the next marble up, which they haven't had a great day either. 19th last heat and DNF in the first heat. So only 4 points for Icy Spicy on the day. Not great. As Lucky Duck will be the first one to enter that funnel. But TNT is not far behind. Let's see how these marbles handle this funnel. Now the idea would be to try to hit these triangle sections, trying to slow them down. As TNT hit one and it looked like it slowed him down a little bit. They are getting closer to that funnel exit. But TNT is going to hit another triangle section. It slowed him down a little bit more. And TNT hits another one, and they really slowed down. Looks like they're headed straight towards the exit. Not looking good for Lucky Duck here. They might need some luck here. Maybe he bumps into TNT. No, they're going to miss each other. I don't know. Lucky Duck, if they hit this here, it could be very close between TNT and Lucky Duck. Yeah, let's get out of here and watch the finish on the other side here. Over here. And it looks like Lucky Duck. Oh, Kong. Kong entered and so did Nano. Alien and Anon. What happened? Oh, TNT finally. What happened there? Should have kept my eye on that. But, well, whatever the case, TNT missed out and came in 7th. I mean, still a good finish, but what a poor ending to his race there. They had a huge lead for a big portion of this race. As Treacher has another decent finish here. In 9th and top 10. It's nice to see Icy Spicy finally had a good finish here, as they only scored 4 points for their team today. But with the Charges having a 1st place finish, a 3rd place finish, and Icy Spicy an 8th place finish, that's a lot of points. That just might do it for them, because there's only Kong in 2nd for the Bladers. Here comes Smoke, who finished 13th, and Darkness in 14th. I don't know, this will be a close. And Big Z finished before Wolverine. I mean, that's only a couple point difference there. 15th gets you 8 points and 16th gets you 7, so only a single point difference there. And who are we waiting on now? Joker for the Charges and Kraken for the Stormhawks. As Kraken just blazes by Joker. Poor Joker. Just having a hard time with that pinwheel there. Finally finishes. Alright, let's tally these up and see who won this. And the results are in, ladies and gentlemen. The Bladers took down the Charges 256-247. But the story of today is the Stormhawks just blazed through that all 3 heats. 111 in the first, a 132. 2 of the hottest rounds today. And in the 3rd heat, a solid 92 points. 335 total. In the Bronx, just a 224. The low score of the teams today. Now the Charges did try to come back there in the 3rd heat, scoring a whopping 107 to the Bladers 71. Just came up short. So the Bladers will take that division matchup for the week. And it was all thanks to Kong with the 2nd place finish. Silver Strike with a 4th. Smoke with 2 7th place finishes in the 1st and 2nd heat. In the 3rd heat, they were 13th. So still not the worst there for Smoke. And Wolverine with a 5th place. But for the Charges, they had a lot of top placers. Just they couldn't get all on the same page at once. They always had marbles in the back of the pack, which doesn't help scoring whatsoever. And Lucky Duck had a 2nd place finish in the 1st and 3rd heat. In the 2nd heat, they were 11th. Big Z also had a 3rd place finish, and Nano had a 3rd place finish. Very good for them. but just came up short. But today's story is the Stormhawks having a ton of marbles in the top 5, with Mystery a first place finish, Treacher with a second place finish and a 5th place finish. Mystery also had a 6th place finish, Kraken a 4th place finish, Anon with a 5th place finish. And for the Bronx, they had a few marbles up there near the top, with TNT with a 1st place finish, Alien with a 4th place finish, Blue Mamba with 2 6th place finishes, and TNT with another 7th place finish. Very good day there for those marbles. Let's move on to our stats. Alright, and here's our stats update. Points per heat. We have, for the Bladers, Smoke, solid 20 points per heat. Silver Strike, 18.6. Wolverine, 19. All very good starts to your season there. And for the Charges, you have Lucky Duck, a hot 31.0. That's rivaling a lot of these other marbles. That's going to be up there near the top. And you have Nano with 17.3. Big Z with 17.3. Good stuff there. Joker and Icy Spicy, only 8. They're going to have to put some more work in there to boost those points per heat. And then for the Bronx, you have TNT, the only one over 20, but Blue Mamba, a solid 19.3. Everybody else, kind of average. Young Slim on the lower end. And for your Stormhawks, you have 4 marbles over 20 points per heat. Very good. With Treacher, a hot 28.3. Mystery 24.6. Anon 22.6. And Parlay 22.6. Alright, let's go on to our first top 3s and top 5s. Alright, and for our Bladers, you have Wolverine with the top 5. Silver Strike with the top 5. Kong with the top 3 in the top 5. Now for your Charges, you have Nano with the top 3 in the top 5. Big Z with the top 3 in the top 5. Lucky Duck with a win, 2 top 3s and 2 top 5s. Very good stuff out of Lucky Duck there. Also a nice points per heat average. He's going to be in there for the early All-Star, if not MVP voting. Now for your Bronx, you have TNT with a win, a top 3 and a top 5, and Alien with a top 5. And for your Stormhawks, a lot of top positionings here. You have Anon with the top 5, Mystery with a win, a top 3 and a top 5, Treacher with a top 3 and 2 top 5s, Parlay with a top 3 and a top 5, and Kraken with a top 5. Alright, let's move on to our standings. Alright, and for the UMC West, we had 3 teams in there today with the Charges and Bladers in their matchup. The Bladers came out on top, and the Charges fall 0-1 in the division. As well as the Bronx there, falling 0-1. Arrowheads matching the Bladers with a 1-0 record so far, but have yet to play anybody in their division. Then you have the Stormhawks starting off hot with a 1-0 start. Besting the Cards, they started off 0-1 this week, and the BAMs and 48ers have yet to play their division matchup. Well, that's it for this video, everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe to the Marble Racing League YouTube channel. See you next time.